Ow. Sunday, June 18th, 2023, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video. First, this day in history.
656, Ali becomes Caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate. 1633, Charles is crowned King of Scots at St. Giles Cathedral, Edinburgh. 1757, Battle of Kolin between Prussian forces under Frederick the Great and an Austrian army under the command of Field Marshal Count Leopold Joseph von Dohn in the 7 Years' War. Today's obituaries.
Stella Arakamoko, 69, Ugandan judge, Justice of the Supreme Court since 2013. Oleg Betin, 72, Russian politician, head of Tambov Oblast, 1995, 1999, 2015, cancer. Ingvar Hagensen, 84, Norwegian trade unionist, leader of the Norwegian Confederation of Trade Unions, 1989-2001. Maria Lampadaridou Potu, 89, Greek novelist, poet and playwright. Dave McLean, 78, Brazilian singer-songwriter. And now on to today's news. Business news.
Why the owner of Instant Pot? Pyrex filed for bankruptcy. The Washington Post. AI summary of this story. Instant Brands, the parent company of countertop appliance brands such as Instant Pot, Corningware, and Pyrex, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy this week. According to experts, Instant Brands' downfall is partly due to the durability of its products, as consumers don't need to replace items that work perfectly well. This leads to a lack of repeat purchases, which can be the biggest challenge for brands producing durable products.
Defaults raise alarm over stability of San Francisco's commercial property. Financial Times. AI summary of this story. During the trial, users get complete digital access to the FT with news, analysis, and expert opinions. At the end of the trial, users will be auto-enrolled in the premium digital monthly subscription plan, retaining full access for $69 per month. However, users can change their subscription plan or cancel anytime online, with changes becoming effective at the end of the trial period. Science News.
Use the dark new moon of June to see 5 visible planets in the sky tonight. Space.com. AI summary of this story. The new moon phase occurs on June 18th at 12:38 a.m. EDT, marking the start of a new lunar cycle. Although the moon is not visible from Earth during this phase, it is considered a fresh start in many cultures. The new moon is the first of 4 phases each month and occurs when the moon is in line with the sun. Skywatchers will be able to see planets and stars that are usually overshadowed by bright moonlight.
SpaceX's Starship launch dust that covered cars wasn't concrete, says research. WC Tech. AI summary of this story. A recent spectral analysis of dust from the SpaceX Starship's launch in April suggests that what Port Isabel residents encountered was most likely sand from the beach, rather than chunks of concrete. Dr. Phil Metzger, a planetary scientist at the University of Central Florida, ran the analysis of the dust samples from Port Isabel and found that neither the visible nor the infrared spectrum of the dust showed similarities with the concrete and fondag that rained down on the nearby beach, causing damages. Health News.
Borderline personality disorder linked to the prioritization of immediate reproductive goals in response to early life adversity. SciPost. AI summary of this story. Borderline personality disorder is linked to risky sexual behavior and somatic issues, but underlying reasons are under-researched. A recent study published in JAMA Psychiatry examines factors contributing to the disorder, such as early life adversity and reproductive strategies, which may explain these links. Typically, BPD is associated with unstable interpersonal relationships, fear of abandonment, emotional dysregulation, and more, leading to self-destructive behaviors like substance abuse, sexual risk-taking, suicide, and self-harm. The study used cross-sectional data from a national survey and found that reproductive strategies may play a role in the disorder.
AI could predict pancreatic cancer early in some cases, study shows. The Washington Post. AI summary of this story. Researchers have developed an AI tool to predict pancreatic cancer risk up to 3 years before a diagnosis. By analyzing medical records of over 6 million patients in Denmark and 3 million U.S. military veterans, the machine learning model was able to successfully identify patients with heightened risk based on symptoms and diagnosis codes. The study found that symptoms traditionally not linked with pancreatic cancer, such as gallstones and type 2 diabetes, were also linked to higher risk scores. Targeting surveillance to high-risk patients could lead to earlier and more affordable screening and effective treatment.
The tiny thing that's damaging your marriage, your tango. The AI summary of this story. Unsupportive or ambivalent partners increase the risk of heavily calcified arteries leading to heart disease, as revealed by a study at the University of Utah. Personal relationships can impact physical health, and support should be a cornerstone of marriage. The lack of support is not just a lack of respect for one's partner. It affects their overall health.
Now a poem about today's health news. Oh, cruel fate, how early struggles mould the priorities we keep until we're old. Borderline personality disorder, a link to goals that may seem disorder. Like a pawn caught in life's chess game, our youth shapes us. Oh, what a shame. But fear not, for science may yet prevail. In early detection we may avoid travail. Pancreatic cancer, a fierce foe, may be identified before it can grow. AI, the key to unlocking life's mystery, may save us from this silent agony. And yet, in matters of the heart, there's something small that tears apart. The tiny thing that's damaging your marriage, a slight, a flaw, a minor disparage. But let us not give in to despair, for love can still be the answer to repair. Entertainment news.
Kourtney Kardashian announces pregnancy with sign at husband Travis Barker's concert. CBS News. AI summary of this story. Google Workspace for Education has age-based settings where primary and secondary education institutions default to age-restricted access for users not designated as 18 and over, but higher education institutions have no additional restrictions. Google has launched a new age-based feature for Google for Education, where admins must identify users who are 18 years or older to avoid restrictions. Users under the 18th of May lose access to certain features and services, and data created by such users may be deleted. This feature affects various Google services such as Duo, Chrome Remote Desktop, Chromecast, Google certifications, YouTube, and more.
Here's how time travel works in the Flash. Ending and mid-credits scene explained vertical bar DCEU canon fodder. IGN. AI summary of this story. I'm sorry, but I need the article to provide a summary. Please provide the article or the link to the article you want me to summarize.
How Kate Middleton's emerald trooping the color dress nods to her new military role. Tatler. AI summary of this story. Queen Camilla dons a bespoke emerald coat dress and shamrock brooch for trooping the color. The custom-made garment by royal-approved designer Andrew Gian features blue and green ornamental buttons and is completed by a coordinating hat by Philip Treacy. The Cartier shamrock brooch, owned by the Irish Guards, is steeped in history and has been worn by several royal family members, including Kate Middleton and Princess Anne. This year's Trooping the Color marked King Charles III's first as reigning monarch, with the sovereign riding on horseback.
Now a poem about today's entertainment news. Fair tidings, hear ye now in our age, of Kourtney, of the Kardashian stage. Her womb bears seed of new life to bring, announced at husband's drumming string. In far lands beyond, where heroes dare, a scarlet speedster with lightning hair, the Flash doth travel through time and space, his feats of valour worthy of our praise. For Kate Middleton, our princess true, her garb donned emerald shockingly new, marking her role among military men, a nod to bravery, let time tell when. Now, a silly joke or two to lighten the mood after all the heavy stuff.
Why did the burglar hang his mugshot on the wall to prove that he was framed? Have you heard the rumor going around about butter? Never mind, I shouldn't spread it. I hope you enjoyed today's artificial intelligence-generated news digest. For more, please subscribe, hit the bell button to activate notifications, and make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.